completed third down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line. Back to throw it. He's got it to his running back. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on fourth down. A pistol snap, Fields. He's on the move. That's complete to Wilson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. A tight end in motion now. From the 34. This finds Austin complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Steelers down by only 3. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Down to the 10. And he did not get in. Finally stopped at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Montgomery. Can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Steelers have taken the lead late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. Has a hole left, room to run. And what a return. He finds a way through into that end zone. That's going to give him the lead late. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To throw. Buys time, rolling right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And it sets up 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Steelers calling their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing now. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Here he is to throw. Forced out to his right. And it forced it on 4th, and it's intercepted! Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Colts make the play that should win them this game. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a much better brand of football. Short memories prevail, Brock, as they move past that loss and get back. Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack while the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
He completes it in traffic. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Wright running out of the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring.
Oh my, they're faking it on their opening drive. And they get to him just in time. Another step or two, and that fake would have moved the chains. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he's brought down for a loss.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Buckets, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
Finds a man. Deontay Johnson has it. And he's taken down at the 30.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
3rd down give to Eckler. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, Shaq. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Out of the gun, Daniels. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Carlton Davis. And the Vikings have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of you. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Connects with Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On play action now, McCarthy. As a man, Justin Jefferson. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
One after try good by Reichert. And the Vikings go up 10-zip here in the first. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Again, Daniels to the air. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders reduce the lead to just 4. On is Cade York for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Johnson now on the return. Return's looking good so far. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now it's McCarthy. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, here's Eckler. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Into traffic, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
This is Eckler on second. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the first. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Just a field goal separates these two. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Escapes the pocket. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. This throw is caught. Touchdown, Minnesota. Now the second time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a second home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings make it a 10-point ball game. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play fake here, Daniels. He's gonna try to drop it in deep right. He's got it inside the 10. And that's a Washington touchdown. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He's on the move. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Boyd hauls it in. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From midfield on 2nd down. He finds Johnson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Handoff, headed right, Eckler. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop it behind the line.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
It's a gain of 3 for them. Still 3rd and 9 coming up. McCarthy throwing here. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
A great effort not rewarded. That punches the crossbar and bounces backward. And they are unable to double their lead.
That fooled me. He had it on line. That wasn't the issue. Just didn't have the leg he needed. And the ball goes the wrong way as he's denied by the crossbar.
And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. Give him 13 on that play. And the Commanders will have a first. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Running behind center with right. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brought down by the veteran, Carlton Davis. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Daniels. He throws a bullet. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. That's Diamador Lenore. And the Vikings take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They'll start the drive with Eckler. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Staying with Eckler.
It takes a coordinated effort by everybody offensively. O-line, tight ends, and of course those backs. Somewhere, somebody, well, they missed by just enough for the defense to break through and blow that play up.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. McCarthy to throw it. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. It's the Vikings, who have 1st and 10. Now McCarthy gets this to Johnson. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Connects on the crosser. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. On the give, here's Eckler. And they had that one contained right at the line. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Back to throw, here's McCarthy. That's complete, here's Austin Eckler. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, McCarthy. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Will Reichert now to try the Vikings field goal. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards. Smith able to put it through. And that'll double their lead to 6.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
Here we go.
Now Daniels off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled, well, for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
Looking to throw. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely 3rd down pickup.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. He's back to throw. Looking for a target. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
One last play before the break.
Let's go now.
Throwing it just before half. It's out. That's a live ball bouncing near the goal line. And Minnesota returns this to the end zone. Touchdown. The Vikings will extend their lead as time expires in the half. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I could hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings bump the lead up to 13 points. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Now is York to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hand off now to Eckler. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10 now. On the move, headed right. Has it man, it's Tyler Conklin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Here's McCarthy to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd and 15. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. To the air, McCarthy. Into the hands of Conklin. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
McCarthy to throw for it. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders, they're going to take over after his 9th interception of the season. All right, we'll take a brief timeout here for an injured player. Never something you want to see this late in the season. They're going to check him out. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Now a run with Wright. Is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders start the 2nd half with some needed points. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off for 6.
That one right down the middle. And the Commanders get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Returning it from the 4. Returns looking good so far. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
They've got first down from the 31. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Jeremy Chin there on the stop.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this... to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Eckler running dead ahead. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. From the shotgun, McCarthy escapes the pocket, and they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Trying to inside handoff to Eckler. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Finds a man right side. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Benjamin St-Juste getting up to end that play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Commanders have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Play fake here, Daniels. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. 1 play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Cut near the goal line. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback, you're about to get absolutely blasted, but you got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Trying to run in, Eckler. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him 4 yards, and that moves them that much closer. 2nd and goal now from the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And he finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings grow their lead off the turnover. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His third through the air this game. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased, go ahead, I don't care.
You're
But the
biased.
success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Here we go, sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. And it's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Complete out to the right. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Commanders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Running with Eckler again. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. On play action now, McCarthy. This one finds Boyd. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Deontay Johnson, the intended receiver. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
A 44-yard attempt.
Smith able to put it through. And go ahead and make this a 15-point game now.
Well, those 3 points make a comeback that much more difficult now. 2 touchdowns got to be scored, and that 2-point conversion, that's a job really well done.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bob. Let's go.
Daniels from the pistol. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Oh no, they get him yet again. That's Diamador Lenore.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
No score, BE.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They're going play action. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And now they face 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. It's taken in by Eckler. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Run here with Eckler. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. They'll motion Johnson right. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The Commanders take a timeout. It's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Working quickly here. Daniels on first down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Diamador Lenore. And the Vikings have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Running left, this is Eckler. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Pickup of 2 here. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Eckler gets it. And he's down into the red zone. This run gets to the 18. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Now Eckler. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Vikings